We are in Mishlei Perek Chav Gimel Pasuk Chav Daled. Gil Yagil Avi Tzadik. Gil from the word Gila, which is a form of happiness. Happiness will come to a father of a tzaddik. Ve'yoled Chacham Yismach Bo. And the one that gives birth to the Chacham will also have happiness in him. So what's the difference between Gila and Simcha? So the Gaon of Vilna explains that Simcha is when something new happens. I'm in a regular state, and something new happens. Oh wow, I'm in a state of Simcha. The example given now, a baby's born, or I hear news, someone got engaged, or someone had a baby. Oh wow, Mazal Tov. That's Simcha. That moment is Simcha. And then, let's say, your own child being born. So that moment of, now he's not born, and now he's born. That moment of happiness is Simcha. And then, the happiness that you have with that child for the rest of his life is Gila. The constant happiness is Gila. But the happiness that changes from one situation to another situation, that's called Simcha. And that's also the Pasuk. Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz. So what's the difference? Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz. The Aretz en davar chadash tachat hashamash. There's nothing new under the sun, meaning the land, there's nothing new that comes from the land. Meaning there's gold and silver deposits that are in the land, it's already been there. If I plant something and it comes out, it's because I planted something and that's what comes out. Nothing new comes from the land. So the land, the tagela aretz, is gila, meaning it's constant. The shamayim, min hashamayim, new things happen, and Hashem decides on things to happen. Akol min hashamayim, that's new things, and that's yismechu hashamayim. New things come from the shamayim. And therefore, the difference between a tzaddik and a chacham, because in our pasuk is gil yagil avi tzaddik ve'yoled chacham yismach bo. A tzaddik is someone who is meticulous in the mitzvot. He does the mitzvot very, very well, etc. And therefore he's a tzaddik. He's righteous. But when it comes to the mitzvot, there's no novelty, there's no newness in the mitzvot. Meaning, this is how you fulfill the mitzvah. You do the mitzvah. Of course, there's different levels on how to fulfill, but this is the mitzvah. But when it comes to Torah, the chacham is someone who is knowledgeable in Torah. Torah, there's many chidushim. There's always something new. There's always something novel. That's the Yishma Chacham ve'Yosef Lekach. There's more and more to learn, deeper and deeper. There's always new things. There's always chidushim, as we say. And therefore, Yagil, back to the pasuk, Gil Yagil Avi Tzadik. The father of the tzaddik has a level of constant happiness. That's because the tzaddik is someone connected to mitzvot, and there's a constant happiness there. Ve'yoled chacham yismach bo. Yoled chacham here is referring to the one that gives birth to the chacham, is the rabbi of the chacham that teaches him to be a chacham, teaches him his Torah. He's going to have simcha because he's always going to learn and always going to have chidushet Torah. Now connecting this to the next pasuk, Yismach avicha ve'imecha v'tagel yulatecha. We say this pasuk by Brit Milah. This pasuk is here in Mishlei. Yismach avicha ve'imecha v'tagel yulatecha. So now the word simcha is for father and mother. A father and mother will be happy, and gila for the one that gave birth to you. So now the Gaon of Vilna says, now imagine this yeshiva boy that studies. Now let's say he goes home. He goes home on vacation. Yismach avicha ve'imecha. The father and mother are going to have simcha, a new type of simcha, because now their son comes from yeshiva with chidushim, all these new things that he's teaching them. Wow, unbelievable. And there's all new type of simcha. V'tagel yolatecha, and the rabbi that gave birth to this student, he's going to be at that point where his student's not with him, he's going to be in a constant level of simcha. He says, okay, I don't hear chidushim from him because my student's not beside me, but I'm in a constant level of simcha because I know he's a good boy and this, and he therefore in a constant level of simcha. That's the way he explains the two psukim. The last explanation he says is that this pasuk is Yismach avicha ve'imecha v'tagel yolatecha is talking be'olam haba. That means when a parent of a chacham, a parent of a tzaddik, even on both, passes away, he's going to get reward in olam haba, and it's going to be a big simcha. He's like, whoa! It's a change of mode from, okay, now he goes olam haba. Wow! All this amazing reward I'm going to get because I have a child that's a tzaddik, that's a chacham, and that's a simcha. V'tagel yulatecha, it's going to be a constant type of simcha for the one that gave birth to him, because that rabbi that taught him knows that there's going to be that great reward at the end. So it's a big simcha, of course, but it's in a way of a constant simcha. It's not a chidush. It's not a novelty. For the parent, they might not know what to expect. I know my son is a righteous boy, he's a chacham, but they get to Olam Haba, like, wow, look at this amazing reward that they get from this son that's a tzaddik, a chacham. The chacham father, the rabbi that taught this, he knows there's going to be that reward. So it's in a way a level of gila. Beautiful explanations here. The difference between simcha and gila. May we merit it to children that are tzaddikim and chachamim. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen. Ve'amen. Rabbi Chananya v'nakashem v'netzah hakadosh baruch hu lezakot et yisrael lefichach yibra lehem Torah mitzvah shene'emar Adonai chafetz man tzidko yagdil Torah ve'yadir.